Welcome to the Bear Pit Pod. We are back.
Yeah.
After a win.
After a win.
We didn't expect that, did we?
Our first away win since Southampton last season as well.
Yeah.
So that was a nice
last day of the season.
Unexpected win as well at that.
Definitely unexpected.
No one thought we were going to win, did they?
No one, not even
Pessimism
myself.
everywhere.
We did finish off the last pod saying hopefully we'll be seeing you after a win, and we did.
We did, yeah.
We didn't expect it.
No.
Definitely didn't expect it. I think everyone had written us off, including most Stoke fans, including ourselves.
Yeah, I was hoping for a draw at best, but I say with confidence deserved it as well.
Yeah, we are. Wherever you are listening, whether it be SoundCloud, YouTube, Acast, iTunes, blah, 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 drop us a like, drop us a comment, always drop us something because it helps out. Obviously, we both went to the game.
We did.
It's a rare occurrence us going together.
Yeah.
We did go to the game. There was a tense atmosphere beforehand, I thought.
It was almost like a resigned atmosphere that I get the impression that a lot of the people that went knew we were going to lose, but went for a jolly and a bit of a pint anyway. That was the kind of atmosphere I was missing.
On that point as well, going for a pint. There was no beer inside the ground.
Yeah. That's a
strange one.
I don't know what they assume is going to happen if we have a beer or two that will smash the place up or something, but that was never going to happen.
It's a weird concourse, Watford.
Very thin, isn't it? It's
very
tiny. Thin. Even if they did serve beer, I don't think it's worth going after miss half the game to get in the queue for it.
Queuing would be worse, isn't it? Our ground.
But we had a few in, what was it? The Weatherspoons, I forget the name of it, but it was fine. It was good in there.
Something
under the moon. The
Queen
moon
under the
moon.
water. Some pub name.
If you're in this pub with moon, water and queen within the title, let us know the name. Yeah, there's a few Stokies in there.
A lot going on. And before the game, Marquis made a few changes. Obviously, the standout one was dropping Hesse after he played quite well against Bournemouth. Ramadan made a start.
He did.
And Wimmer went back into the side as well.
He did, yeah. I mean, in hindsight, I tweeted out. I rarely tweet, but I tweeted out, I can't believe Hesse's been dropped because I thought he was our best player against Bournemouth. I really think he was. However...
My Tinder's just going off there. That's not good.
Your Tinder, how are you getting on?
Not good. All right.
That mad? I don't know how it works. I've had a girlfriend for 9 years. I missed the Tinder epidemic.
Go on, carry on.
Anyway... what was I saying? Oh yeah, but in hindsight, playing Ramadan makes sense. In hindsight, the whole man, I think that makes sense. Not necessarily for Hesse, but I feel that Ramadan understands the ethos of tracking back a lot more than Hesse does at the moment. So I kind of get it. I would still like seeing Hesse involved in some capacity, but I understand bringing Ramadan in, and I think to a point, it worked, didn't it?
The game plan was executed.
Yeah, it was.
So how it happened, 16th minute, we won a corner. It seemed to be one straight from the training ground. Shaq stands it up, Fletcher waiting on the unmarked, which strangely enough on the edge of the box.
Absolute acres, didn't it?
Acres, loads of time, and he sort of side-footed it with a little bit of his foot through the ball in towards the corner. It took a little nick off
Deeney, which in hindsight was great.
Which is great, and that was the goal. And obviously Fletcher celebrated by running straight to the bench, which maybe shows a little sign of unity.
It does, I anticipate that. There was a real kind of collective...
and another Shaq assist as well.
And it was you know what, it's weird. Sometimes you think, a corner assist, you just swing it in there, a bit of quality. But that was beyond just swinging the ball in. He had to find Fletcher within a 2-yard radius of roughly where it should have been, and that takes skill. And it was a great assist from Shaq. You have to give credit for that.
Great assist. Yeah. And obviously Shaq came back into the side as well after being injured.
He did. And I'm loving Shaq's passion. Something that I didn't always see from... I always compare Shaq to Arnie for some reason, because he's this kind of foreign... signing this comes quite a lot of exactly, but he shows a lot of passion.
Well, it was
Shaq.
I remember him, I think it was towards the last 10, 15 or 20, he stood on the side a couple of times coming out from the bench and giving it the old, and then I remember when it blew for full time, he was the first one on the pitch and giving it portion.
And you could see the anguish on his face when Charlie missed that chance. I'm sure we'll come on to that, but
everyone went a bit of anguish on the face from that. So then literally after we scored that goal, probably 10 minutes or so after, and definitely the first half, it was pretty much all Watford for the majority of the game.
It generally was.
We still had we still had chances.
We undoubtedly had the better chances.
Undoubtedly,
I've watched the highlights several times.
The chance that stands out for me that Watford had was Richarlison missed a header, quite similar to the one at Chelsea the week before. A free header, should have just plopped it.
He just kind of hit his head,
hit it downwards and wide.
Then had another decent chance on the left where he came off a kind of a mishit header or something or other and put it to the side netting.
Yeah, and there's a few scrambles. There was one goal mouth scramble that went on for a while, but in the end, Jack had to make no saves on top.
Do anything. It's a really weird one, isn't it? Because I've seen a few fans, say we had no possession, quoting the odd fan here and there that we were lucky to get the win and stuff. But when you really boil down the point of football, create chances, make the keeper work, and They literally didn't do that once with any real severity that I can recall. I don't remember Jack making anything other than a standard catch or whatever.
Yeah. If you coming out for a corner a couple of times when you're catching it, but yeah, he literally didn't have a shot to save.
Maybe a better striker punishes us, but we can only play with.
You wouldn't have expected Watford, to not have had a shot with the form that they've been in this week, this season so far.
Quite toothless.
Probably a bit of Marco Silva's managerial game. They get themselves up for the big teams. Your Chelsea's, your Arsenal doesn't play well, but can they do it against?
Well, I seem to remember last year. I think when it really mattered, Hull lost to Sunderland at home 2-0 under Marco Silva right near the end, and I think that happened quite frequently last year. They do all right against the big teams, but suffer a little bit against the less teams. But we're not here to chat about him.
No. So, if he's listening, Marco Silva knows what he needs to do now.
Work on that.
They had 70% possessions as well, which is another sign.
Do you care if we win? I mean, does it? I mean, look how Leicester won the league.
No.
If you're looking at the best example.
Definitely not. I mean, obviously over a certain period of time, there's so much. It's probably been one of the biggest downsides to Mark Hughes is people aren't enjoying the football. You wouldn't go away and get a point with it. What looked like a well thought out tactical plan, what worked, you'll take it. Of course. When you don't want that every game, do you?
No, of course not. You want to be on top of teams, but I don't know. We still created ignoring the goals, miles better chances than anything Watford created. So I don't know.
And obviously there was a few scuffles during the game.
Troy Deeney trying to gouge out Allen's eyes.
Deeney trying to pop Joe Allen's head. Then Ryan got involved. Deeney floored Shawcross by pushing him. He booked. Joe Allen was booked. There was another scuffle before that, but I think, if I remember right.
I think there was something that kicked off the touchline. It looked like, I swear at the time I saw someone from the Watford bench swing an arm.
Really?
But I obviously missaw that because it would have been reported. But
I think the closest thing that came to being damaged was Mark Bowen's iPad, apparently, according to the Sun.
Oh, is it alright?
I hope so. You can have
this one. Quite expensive to get fixed.
If he needs it. And then obviously towards the end of the game, there was two glaring opportunities to double our lead. Berahino with the first one.
Because we were obviously stood right behind that chance, and for that millisecond whilst the chance is happening, you're like, he's going to do it. We're going to see Berahino finally score for Stoke. Grabbed your arm. Here we go. And then we're going to put this down to bad miss or good save, and it was a save despite what the ref saw.
I play a little bit. If that's me, I'd take a touch. I'm taking a touch around the keeper and slotting it into an empty net.
Would you?
But maybe that's just his confidence levels at the
minute.
You
are a world class striker though. I've heard good things about you on the pitch. I would have just missed regardless. But
no, so
I agree.
If that's me,
yeah.
If I'm running onto it, I've got one more touch around the keeper. Yeah. Gomez is coming out, and I'm slotting it into an open net. I think Gomez had already closed the angle, which is why he saved it.
Yeah.
And also that he did save it, and we didn't get the corner for that.
Yeah, which was a scandal. But so we're going to put that down as bad miss. I suppose we have to, don't we? A striker in the Premiership.
I think we've just got to put it down to his confidence levels at the minute, and just I've seen him for West Brom take it round the keeper and score that. I've seen him take a touch and do it.
I think he's getting there. I'm not letting these misses and the penalty misses from the other week distract the fact that I think his all-round play is getting better. I thought he played well when he come on. I thought it was a good run, a really clever run to create the chance for himself.
Good ball by Shaq.
Yeah, I think his hold-up play is looking better and better. I'm really starting to think that he is the player that potentially can play in that role of holding the ball up. Just need that goal, don't we? It will happen for Berahino.
I don't know what more we've got to do. We've given him a penalty.
I know, an absolute sitter one-on-one. I think it will happen for him. I've got so much faith he is going to do it. I really, really do. Just needs that.
Glad you've got faith.
Because you've not. I got it. It just needs that extra.
For me, he looks like a guy shot of all.
And he would
confidence.
Do, wouldn't he?
And yeah, you would. You haven't scored in 2 years. And, you've missed a penalty. And, I saw he got married the other week, and the comments on the page just at least he scored. Let's hope he scores soon, and just then it might be like fucking the floodgates have opened and he starts scoring like mad just because his confidence.
Yeah, I mean, we look at the performers on Saturday, and ironically now we're on about the striker position. I thought Choupo-Moting was our least effective player.
He was very quiet.
Quiet.
I think he was he wasn't doing a lot.
He wasn't. Now, whether that's the formation, I've always kind of had a little dig at the formation, specifically because of the striker. No matter who it is, seems to be isolated. So whether it's Choupo-Moting's performance or the fact he was just hung out to dry in this formation of three up front and no striker, I don't know. But I think Berahino to start next game up front.
You want to start against Leicester?
Yeah, definitely. Okay. He's almost there, though. He's almost there, I tell you. He's going to do it soon. Imminent.
Okay. So you draw. So we know what your predicted 11 on Friday is going to look like.
Yeah.
Up top anyway.
Yeah.
And then obviously the last big chance. Fucking hell, Charlie. Rounds Gomez. He manages to round Gomez.
Yeah.
Probably gets it stuck under his feet a little, but still, he's come out and said afterwards there's no excuses. He should be scoring that.
Yeah.
Trickles it in.
Yeah.
It's rolling. We're all off celebrating in the away end, and it just hits the post.
Just kisses the post at the end, doesn't it?
Ugh. You've got to score that.
You have. We won anyway. I suppose it doesn't matter in hindsight.
It doesn't matter. Charlie
it was
has
a
come out
mild
and
frustration from the what was a good performance and result, but
Charlie has come out and said he would have been absolutely fucking bollocked if it had been a draw or...
I know, if they went on scored after that and stuff.
And he says they were able to smile about it afterwards because they got the win.
Because that would have given him a bit of a kind of kick up the arse for Mike Hughes to start him again, but
I'd have been raging.
You can't miss them, can you?
You can't miss them, not as a professional footballer, not with an open goal.
It's just bonkers to think he could do what he did against Chelsea the other year.
With Adam as well, he's a player who's known for having a good technique and all that sort of thing. It's not something you'd put against him.
He just got it caught under his feet, and Berahino was just to the square of him. If he just square it, well, he would have missed as well.
Berahino would have missed. It was a very eventful game. Even though it was only 1-0 and there wasn't too many goals or anything, a lot seemed to happen. So your best performance for the game?
Shawcross.
Shawcross was
that
back
was
to his best.
That Shawcross that we saw a few seasons back. The Shawcross that I called for to get an England cap. That Shawcross is absolute best. Playing against a really, I say respected striker, but he is for his performance on the pitch in Deeney.
And Richarlison as well.
Yeah. Man Mountain, brilliant, amazing.
He was brilliant. He was absolutely class, and not only that, but he seemed to lead that back three. That was the first time that Wimmer, Zuma, and Shawcross had played together as the three. Looked good, and I think that leads us on to another best performer. I think Wimmer had a brilliant game.
It was his best game in Stoke. I'm still reluctant to say he had a great or good game. I thought he did well. Without heaping too much praise on him, he was okay. He was fine.
Obviously, Fletcher gets the goal, does very well. Shaq with the assist.
That was good. He was busy. Yeah, he assisted what would have been Berahino's chance as well. Shaq was good. He was good. Ramadan solid. Zuma solid as he always is. Yeah, there wasn't really a bad performance. Choupo-Moting was the worst for me, but
worst performance. I think Ramadan was quiet.
He was quiet, but you get the impression. I
think he just had a job to do.
Yeah, for once, because when he played this wing-back formation, I tweeted that as well. I actually moaned that I can't believe we're playing wing-backs again. It's clearly not working. But you could tell in this game that Hughes had clearly said, don't bomb forward, don't be stupid with possession. We need to defend more than attack this game. And I think it did restrict, certainly Ramadan a little bit. And I think that's quite intelligent. I'm happy to see Mark Hughes clearly put the limitation towards attacking for once. Because he's a bit reluctant to do that sometimes, but I saw it.
I think on best we might have missed Juve as well. Juve had an okay game.
Yeah, he did. He's great, isn't he? I like him. I prefer him actually the wing back position than I do up front. I just think he's a bit more involved when he's facing the goal. Back towards goal, he can't play the role at all. But when he's facing the goal, he seems to offer a lot more to the team. So I don't mind Juve there. He's doing it.
Okay, and so worst, we're just going to say
it's cheaper, isn't it?
Cheaper.
But whether that was the position or his performance, I don't know.
Okay. And obviously the main thing to come out of that game, as we mentioned previously, is Deeney's head squish on Joe Allen. Since then, he has now, about an hour or so ago, accepted a 3-match ban, which is good to see. Yeah. I think he deserved, because he looked absolutely menacing.
Like a man possessed, didn't he? He looked like he wanted to kill or pop Joe Allen's head.
And he's got a bit of that sort of past. He's been in prison.
Has he?
I think so. I
can see why.
There's a tweet that always pops up from like 2010, 2011 from Deeney, and it says, "In Stoke with gang members could get messy," which pretty much sums up what Deeney's past life must have been.
You know, I've always kind of respected the way that Deeney spoke about the game, and I liked his comments about Arsenal the week. Well, I was quite on the ball and stuff, but naturally my respect for him dropped a lot after that assault on Joe Allen. And his gang affiliation, didn't know that either.
You didn't know about that. Didn't know about his gang past, his troubled history.
Yeah.
But yeah, he looked fucking... He scared me.
It is.
When I seen them pitches back, you see that clip, he's laughing.
Yeah.
Whilst
a menacing
trying to hurt wee Joe.
I don't know how the ref... Maybe I'm being a bit harsh,
but the ref
didn't spot
the ref didn't spot that.
I
think the official was on... The liner would be on the opposite side of the pitch. The other one was closest to us in the away end. So Michael Oliver's probably just seen it from the back. from Deeney's back, and then obviously he's booked him for the push on Shawcross.
Yeah. But it all started because Deeney didn't give the ball back. We put the ball out for, was it Vimmer? I think we got cramp or whatever. So the natural thing to do is pass the ball back, as you do, from the throw-in. And he went to, continue or start a Watford attack. Yeah. Poor Deeney. Not happy with that, mate.
Deserves it. There was a comment on the page, I can't remember who posted it now, so apologies if you're listening. That they said, can the FA have a rethink about the rules of banning? Because obviously now Deeney's banned for 3 games. I thought this was a great point. He's banned for 3 games, but how does that help Stoke? Instead, should they not just be banned for the reverse fixture?
That's quite a sensible idea, yeah. Who said that?
I'm not sure.
Someone.
I'll have to find it. But I like that idea.
I think but maybe if it's a 3-game ban, one of them games must include Stoke.
Yeah, so next 2 games and
ban, and then wait for the reverse fixture. Yeah, I think that's a reasonable shout, actually.
I mean, I wouldn't mind that.
Yeah.
I will try and find who said it.
Although it's not like it affected. It's not like we lost or drew because of the actions of Deeney on that particular day. So I don't know if we really deserve any retribution for it. Do we really?
Craig Brown,
the ex-Scottish manager.
Not that
That's quite interesting. He's chipping in.
But yeah,
reasonable, sensible thought that, Craig.
Sensible thought. And as well as Deeney facing action, both clubs are going to be facing action for failure to control their players.
The thing is, if you bloody someone's threatening to pop your head, as it appeared, of course
I think it's because of the multiple scuffles involving multiple players.
Right.
That's what it goes down to. I can see where they're coming from because it happened, a couple of times with everyone.
I'm going to be blinkered here and just say it's a disgrace. Stoke shouldn't have any punishment here.
You're just going to put it all down to Deeney
in the sand, yeah.
Obviously, since that win, the mood has changed around Stoke City, and
ever so slightly,
and it's given Mark Hughes more time. Is it just papering over the cracks, or do you see that as a turning point? Maybe.
I think something that I found quite unique in that performance was the grit and desire we showed,
which we haven't in previous weeks.
Which we haven't often, which was good to see. I don't think it's paper over the crack. It was a deserved victory. And if Hughes wasn't in this sort of trouble, you wouldn't think anything else of it. We've still got 3 more big games to go before we can. Let's say we lose the next 3 games. Hughes out again. Do you think? I don't know.
Well, I haven't changed.
You're still Hughes out. You still haven't gone now. If you were given that choice.
Yeah.
I mean, my philosophy, I was going to give him 4 games, and obviously the first one perfect, great. Can't argue with that. So on to the next one, Leicester at home. It's difficult. Yeah, I'm willing to give him the time still. I think when I look at the overall package of Stoke under Hughes, it's generally been good. We've had a poor 18 months. I think he's learning. I think and hope he's learning.
I hope he is.
I think and hope he's learning.
I hope he is.
Time will tell. It's difficult to call. It's confused things, if anything, that victory. Because we're also resigned that we're going to lose to Watford. And the Hughes out ball gave momentum, but it's not. It's confused a lot of people, really. People don't know how to call it now. And it's confused me a little bit because I was starting to lean towards that philosophy. But it always just makes it more of a difficult call to make now.
Yeah.
Really.
It definitely made it harder. Still, Marquis went and executed a game plan that worked at the end of the day. Well, you hope. You never know if his game plan was to go and get battered. He might have wanted to play football. It just didn't turn out. We got the early goal. You never know with Marquis. But I think the majority of people's opinions will come from the home games and what's left. I think Leicester's massive at the weekend. And that's where we do seem to, like I say, struggle. Leicester have not been great for us at home, I don't believe. I mean, I know that
not what we've
completely 2-2 game.
Year. Yeah, we ballsed up the year before, actually 2-0 up the year before as well. That's where we struggle the most with Mark Hughes, I think. When teams come to the Bet365, we really struggle to break teams down, don't we, that sit. And as we've kind of become more established in the league, teams don't come to little, inverted commas, little Stoke now, I think they can win and turn us over. They come to sit. And a point for a lot of the teams in the league is a good result at our place. And that's where we're at that next stage of progression, where we need the extra quality. And I think it is a difficult barrier to overcome, if that makes sense.
Yeah, definitely. I think one thing that'll sway a lot of people's thinking, or not sway, but help, because I know there was a few calls saying maybe he's lost the dressing room. I think that was evidently not the case at the weekend with the way that the players reacted. Fletcher ran to the manager, and then also at the end, it seemed to mean a lot to the players. You know, they all came over.
Yeah, there was a good
clapping the fans, putting shirts into the crowd, boots. That all seemed quite
together.
Coherent.
Yeah, it's interesting. I'm trying not to get too high when we win, too low when we lose, but I appreciate a lot of elements of Saturday's performance outside of the football. Stuff like you're speaking about, the unity of the players and the way they came together for the manager. So, not reluctant, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know. But what I'm trying to say is I'm happy with kind of
just to see how it goes.
Pitch, something's there that kind of suggests that all's not as bad as we've feared. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't seem to be behind the scenes, still seems or appears to be together, which is good to see.
Okay. One more thing from the weekend. It's a really tiny one, but one that stood out for me in the end when I was watching Match of the Day back. We were the only club not to wear a poppy.
Were we? I didn't even notice that, to be honest.
So I think Remembrance, I might be completely wrong here, I think Remembrance starts from the weekend just gone and obviously ends next Sunday. Yeah. And I just noticed, it was a really little thing that I noticed.
You know what, I didn't notice that. I mean, if I'm honest, Remembrance Sunday, well, the 11th.
This Sunday.
The 11th. Then it's this Sunday. I don't know the official line on... I mean, there's not like there's official guidance saying you must start wearing it from this point.
We had the minute silence as we got there, and obviously I think it starts from this.
Quickly on the minute silence, for any minute silence actually, pet hate in football is there's always guaranteed in a crowd of 20,000+, there's always going to be one idiot that makes a noise or something. For those that decide the way to fix that is by shouting over that person, "Shut up! You're an idiot. Shut up," because it just provokes it and instigates and exacerbates. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like one person makes a little noise, "Shut up," and someone else tells him to shut up. Just shut up, all of you from the start. Don't worry about one person at the start. Just let me. It just annoys me anyway. Off my chest. It's ridiculous.
But yeah, we'll get off Poppygate.
Sorry, but back to your point. I don't know. I don't know when you're meant to, when you're not meant to. As long as we've got it for the official weekends.
I think that was the start of the official weekend.
But the official weekend's next weekend, isn't it?
Well, that's just Remembrance Day.
Okay. Is it Remembrance fortnight then, or a month?
I'm not sure.
I'm not sure,
but I know that obviously there was a minute silence across all games.
A lot of other clubs did do it. Leicester made a big deal of it, didn't they? Against
Everton. Huge deal. I think it was because I think they give enough clubs enough time to maybe recognise it at home and away. Yeah. I think that may be the case. I'm not sure, but just found it strange. That's all.
Yeah, a little bit. I'm sure we'll do it next weekend.
Oh, we'll definitely do it next weekend.
Yeah. I wasn't aware. I didn't notice it. Okay.
Another point I wanted to bring up is it's big Ricardo Fuller's birthday today. Yeah, happy birthday,
you
Rick.
knew it was something I was going to mention tonight. Yeah, hero.
And I put a video up on the page, and with some of his best goals, and everyone loved it, of course, because it's Rick. And it's just imagine having Rick back, or it's just scoring those goals again, or
the amount of times
having him back for his peak.
Yeah. I've said it already on this podcast, but we still struggle to find that person that would fit this formation up front. There's your man. Do that. Ricky Fuller would do it, wouldn't he? Strong.
He can, because he'd chase it down into a corner, and, and he'd make some
crave for space. I've never seen a player being able to squeeze through so many defenders, or like the byline or touchline. He was an absolute magician. Loved him.
And there was an absolutely, I should probably get it up because it made me wet myself a little bit. So obviously I put that video up on the page, and the Stoke Vietnam fan page didn't even know we had one. Yeah. But so they shared the post and wrote a little bit about Rick. Obviously in Vietnamese, I think.
Right, yeah.
So I pressed the translate button, and this is the translation that we got.
Okay.
This is brilliant.
Excited.
Happy birthday, legend Ricardo Fuller. Let's see the table win impressive you're with the Potter's years Royal Kim of Coach Pulis at Stoke. You're a combined planet realistic between logical, definitely magic, the planet in the same strength, steroids and conform cross. After you have Arnautovic, have item a deal, but Arnie just used to rock at the border. This season Stoke bring about Choupo-Moting with the way play pretty like the legend Jamaica, but random, break and sharper picking up like Fuller is still that you. Saint women learn much.
I couldn't have put it about myself. I think that's the greatest tribute I've ever seen to Ricardo Fuller. Oh, that's quality.
Oh, I like that. I need to visit the Vietnam Stoke City fan page way more often.
Maybe they're listening. If they are, come say hello.
Guys, if you're listening, please get in touch. I would love to speak to you.
That's quality. Quickly on Rick, favourite Rick goal for Stoke.
it's a toss-up between Wolves away, obviously goal of the season, and probably the one at West Ham.
Yeah, West Ham.
No, but then Villa first game.
That was good. Yeah, West Ham for me though, it's just brilliant. I think he come on from the bench actually. He's just casual Rick. He'll come on and change the game.
Turned Upson inside out.
Yeah, he did.
And slotted it past him.
Yeah,
if I had to pick out the three, it'd probably be Wolves. Running from your own half.
But I'm annoyed because I missed that game. I couldn't go. And I still regret that now. And I've got many mates to remind me that I missed that game and that goal. So it's a bit kind of a sore spot for me there. Should have been there.
Next up, Charlie Adam. Yeah. Says he's got a decision to make in the coming months.
Yeah.
Craig.
Yeah.
He wants to play regular football and obviously isn't getting that at Stoke at the minute.
Yeah.
Do you keep him? Do you not?
How many years has he got left in his contract?
I think it's up at the end of the season.
So I mean, what would we get anyway for him? I don't know where I really sit now with Charlie Adam. I think he's unfairly criticised by a lot of fans. I think he's offered some great moments with Stoke. He's gone through several decent scoring spells for Stoke. I remember, I think at the end of Hughes' first or second season, he was banging a lot of goals. But I don't really see, by pursuing or trying to get a Charlie Adam into our first 11, that we're going to really progress. How old is he now?
33, 4,
something like that. So I think fair enough.
His highlights at the minute are on 5 Live.
Are they? His highlights? What do you mean? What is?
That's the best thing he does.
Oh, yeah, right, okay, got you. Yeah. I think fair enough. Yeah, of course he's going to say that, and I think if the right offer come in for him, I don't know how much really going to get significantly to tempt to sale. But yeah, fair enough. And if he went, I'll say thank you very much and good luck for the future.
See you later.
But you have had decent spells at Stoke, memorable moments at Stoke.
Oh, he's had some memorable moments.
Yeah, I like him. As a
halfway line Chelsea goal against Man United.
Yeah, I do like Charlie Adam as a person. I really do. I think he speaks a lot of sense. I imagine he brings a lot to the dressing room, and I wish him all the best when that day does come anyway.
Hopefully sorry,
I'm not going to put that
hopefully when.
I think he's got the odd bit of value here and there.
I think his time's done at Stoke.
Okay.
Don't let him at the door at him on the way out. That's the one. And next up, one last moan from me.
Okay.
Little thing that
I always like a good moan, to be honest.
Well, it seems like every Saturday after the game, I seem to be getting a few pints down me, and then I go on a rant on Twitter. I really need to stop this.
Yeah.
Like last week, it was about the Twitter, the YouTube, and the social media at the club, and this week it was something else. So this week it was on Twitter. Mm-hmm. Fans seem to be going after other fans, regardless of the result.
Right.
Just for the opinion on the manager.
Right. What, Stoke fans? Within Stoke fans against Stoke fans?
Stoke fans.
Right,
I find it daft.
Yeah.
Someone tried to come for me this weekend, because obviously I've made my feelings quite clear about Hughes. Mm-hmm. And then you've got other fans goading at you a result like I didn't enjoy it. Like I wasn't there celebrating at the weekend at the ground with you.
Yeah.
Like I was somehow unhappy that we'd won.
Because it knocked the fact you might keep Hughes the job,
we all want fucking Stoke do as well as they can.
Yeah.
As often as they can. Just because someone has a certain wants to manage it in or out doesn't mean they're not going to take a win. And I think dragging other people out on Twitter is a bit daft. I'd never go after someone else for that for any reason whatsoever. It must just be sad people on the internet. But I don't know if doing this all shebang, podcasting and all this puts us in that position where we have to have this. I hope someone comes after you at some point, Craig. But I just find it daft. I find Stoke fans annoying other Stoke fans after a win as well. Just enjoy the fucking win.
Yeah, you get that a lot. I mean, if you go onto a message board, even after a win or a loss,
that's why I steer completely clear of that.
You'll see as much people kind of going at each other as celebrating the win. It happens every time, and you often see that sort of thing quoted on the OK that to certain posters, I bet you're glad we lost today, or you must be unhappy with that victory because it affects you or whatever. Yeah, no, I don't get it. I'm sure every Stoke fan, well, 99.99% of Stoke fans, no matter the philosophy or kind of, whether they want the manager in or out, will enjoy a victory. So just enjoy it with them.
Definitely. Just enjoy the fucking victory. Go have a pint, get off Twitter. Yeah. I only go on Twitter because I've had a drink. Go post something funny or if I've done something daft. So let's go on to the questions now.
Yeah.
Questions, what people send in. Lovely people send us in questions. Tim Ward has asked me because I put a video clip up saying I'm waiting for you, Craig.
What's this? What do you mean?
I put it on Twitter. I just put I'm in the Bull Street studio. Last chance for questions.
Oh right, I got you.
Video.
Because I was running a bit.
And I was playing Fleetwood Mac in the background. Someone's put, was that the Chain you were listening to? Yes, it was the Chain by Fleetwood Mac. Good observations.
Right, okay. I've not seen that. Okay.
Jack Klaus says, why does fridge have a D in it but refrigerator doesn't?
Don't know.
Difficult.
I can't be asked to contemplate that. I don't know.
That is difficult.
I don't know. I think you've come to the wrong podcast for your answers for that sort of question.
Jamie Unwin says, how can Meneza, a player who isn't even at the club anymore, get loved even more after Girona beat Madrid?
It just happens. Some players, for whatever reason, get this kind of cult following where it's deserved or not, and Muniz has got that rubber stamp forever. Moa had a song after him.
Who?
Bojan Moa.
Oh, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It just happens sometimes. People stumble on a good song and it seems to stick.
But shout out to Meneza, fucked up a lot of people's accumulators at the weekend in Real Madrid, 2-1.
Yeah.
I think it was the first time in the history they've done that, and the Girona club seemed to go mad. There was dressing room celebrations and all sorts, and I think it was also a win for Catalonia.
Yeah.
You know, beating a Madrid side after
The
everything that's going on,
and all that,
everything that's going on as well.
Yeah.
Alex Edwards says, which Stoke player will die first in a zombie apocalypse?
Halloween theme.
Wimmer, because he's slow, he wouldn't be able to run.
I agree with that. Or John Parkin, do you remember him?
John Parkin.
John Parkin.
Means now.
Oh, sorry, but just
whole time.
Just mentioned the beast.
I
agree with that. He's not the quickest, is he?
Jamie Buckley said, should Charlie Adam be starting next week? No.
I don't know what basis he assumes he should be, so no. Not for me.
Simple answer to that one. Louis Walliscroft, do you think we can now string a few positive results together and turn our fortunes around?
I hope so. I really hope so. Leicester's a big game.
We all hope so. We all hope we can. We hope it is a catalyst for something. Yeah. A win away from home.
I think Leicester will be quite buoyed by that victory against Everton the other day. It's
new manager,
the fucking usual new manager syndrome of a few wins. It's going to be a very difficult game against Leicester, and I'll say now actually, if we do draw, I don't think a draw deserves too much downbeatness. That's definitely not a word, but you know what I mean. I don't think we should be too kind of pessimistic if we do draw against Leicester. It's not the end of the world. We're not within our rights to beat everyone that we play in mid-table at home. I think it's important to be wary of that.
Dan Edwards says, can you give a warm Stokey welcome to my newborn lad Stanley, please, guys? Welcome, Stanley Edwards.
Welcome,
Stanley. We can't promise it's all fun supporting Stoke, but
it is, Jay. It'd be all right.
But just try and enjoy yourself.
Try and enjoy it. Well, you know, he's been born into the greatest Stoke era since the 70s, so I think he's a touch there, hasn't he?
Coming at the top.
By the time he gets round to the Bet365, we're still there.
Yeah.
But there, hello Stanley.
Should still be there. Yeah. So hello. He says, always look forward to my beer in the bath on a Tuesday night whilst enjoying a weekly edition
of the
Bear Pit Pod. Might have to try that. It sounds brilliant.
Beer in the bath. That's good, isn't it?
Beer in the bath. Do you know what? I don't have baths. They take too much time. I shower.
Whilst we're on the subject of baths, I don't think we've had a bath in at least 5 years. Just showers. I don't have time for a bath.
No, same.
But that's an interesting.
Last time I had a bath, just an ex-girlfriend's, and all they had was a bath.
You didn't have a shower?
No, they didn't. It was just one of them big.
But beer in the bath, that could tempt me back to the bath world. I don't know.
Beer and bath sounds good.
Yeah.
And we might have to try that, Dan Edwards. I might even have one. Get home, crack open a beer to little Stanley Edwards.
Good shout. Yeah.
Let's have a look at some more of these questions. Topher Knowles says, why is it at half time the team looked like they had a rocket up their arse? Do you think someone told them it wasn't a friendly? Can Hughes motivate people or not?
I don't think it did look like we had a rocket up the arse. I think the first 5-10 minutes of the second half was 20. We were really up against it. Do you think we did? I felt we came out and sat back quite a lot in the first.
Yeah,
the start of the second half.
I don't think. I think we got worse in the second half.
Yeah, I think we progressed into the second half, if anything. But don't know. I don't really agree with that question to answer it, if I'm honest.
No.
Maybe we're wrong. I don't know.
I don't know. I know Mark Hughes seems like the type of guy who probably would have gone in and got mental if we were losing, but I'm not sure the motivation may have been there if from being 1-0 up. I don't know, just go out and finish off the result, lads. Yeah, Matt Bennett, serial question asker on this podcast, says, if I dry myself with a clean towel after getting out of the shower, how does the towel become dirty?
Does it become dirty? It doesn't, does it?
Not a clue. Not a fucking clue, Matt.
I don't know. A lot of shower bath questions coming in.
Yeah, what's going on? What's going on this week? Ken Toff says, if Allardyce does go to Everton, have we missed out?
I said last week
that you'd won.
The closest I've ever been to Hughes out was if Allardyce was guaranteed to come to Stoke. I think I just said I'd take that. Yeah, I think we have. But I'm so reluctant to say if Hughes is here for the foreseeable future, I don't want to kind of keep pushing any Allardyce mantra. I'll get behind him as long as we can as a club.
The comment from Lee Fulcher to that comment on the page was no, because we have a manager.
Yeah, well put. That's what I was trying to say.
And lastly, Mike Edge says, what jobs do you both do?
That's interesting.
Interesting.
Do you go first or shall I?
You can go first.
I manage one of the managers of addiction services in the Borough of Ealing in West London. So if you've got any drug or alcohol issues,
Craig's your man.
I'm your man. Tries to help. It's a difficult uphill challenge and battle, but I try to support and help where possible.
I feel like your job's much harder than mine.
And then ironically, your job is...
I'm the head of social media for Coral and Ladbroke. So like running this shebang isn't taking up enough time in my life. I have to manage the two biggest UK betting brands' social media in the UK.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That's interesting. On a side note, what was the name of the person?
That was...
Was it Tom Edge?
I've lost it now. No, it wasn't Tom Edge. It was Mike Edge.
Oh, Mike Edge. My mother's maiden name was Edge.
There you go.
It might be related.
There you fucking go.
There we go.
It's all coming together. Best question of the week. I'm going to give it little Stanley Edwards.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Yeah, Stanley Edwards.
Stanley Edwards, welcome.
Welcome to the family.
World.
Welcome to the family. So this weekend, Leicester. It's the Leicester game. 12:30 kickoff. Saturday. It's on BT Sport. I don't know why I'm hyping it up like it's fucking Super Sunday or something. But yeah, it's there. It's happening. It's football.
It's a big one. As I said, I think we need to be realistic here. Leicester aren't pushovers despite where they're on the league. I don't think a draw is the worst result in the world. I'm obviously rooting for a win, and I think we should be aiming to win. But if we draw, everyone calm down and don't get too panicky about that.
The only worry for me in this game is I know Claude Puel's quite a defensive coach, and that's what he got. I know he got. That's why he got binned off from Southampton in the end because they didn't like his style of football. It was upsetting the sort of fans. It's not what they were used to. But I think with Leicester, that could really play into their hands because they just love countering attacking on people. Vardy. We saw a brilliant example with Damari Gray out wide to Mahrez into Vardy for the first goal against Everton. Obviously, then they got another. But I really think that's what I think they're going to invite us on. To start off with.
I do. You know what?
So I think we have to make the most of that. Make the most of the possession that I think we'll get from the start. Try and get a goal or two.
Hesse must start.
You think Hesse should
start? Yeah.
But you've already said you want Berahino up top, so where's he starting?
Hesse will be on the left. Berahino up top.
Right shack.
Although I say that, I've slagged off the wingback formation that much, I don't know if I can go with that. But Hesse has to start. I'll think about that in the week. Hesse has to start.
In
some capacity, yeah.
Okay.
I think Hesse and Berahino up front will work well. In a 4-4-2.
Potentially.
Yeah. Potentially. I might go with that, actually.
I don't know if we make any more changes than that. Obviously, Chipo had a quiet game. Is probably the change that we'd make, which you've changed Berahino for there. So, wait, who else are you changing in your squad?
Without giving away what Hesse, Berahino, Shaq on the right, maybe Chipo on the left, Fletcher Allen midfield. Shaw Cross Zoom in the middle, Peters and Jeff Cameron right back, Butland in net. I think I'd do 4-4-2.
Still watch Craig's preferred 11 video at the weekend. There might be an injury, you never know. Might have to change it.
It would be that.
But yeah, it's going to be interesting. Obviously, like we say, Leicester are back off the back of a good result with the new manager, but hopefully we can build up from that win.
I can see a draw. I'm anticipating a dull 0-0 draw.
Prediction?
Leicester.
Is that what you're going to go say?
Yeah. I think it's going to be really cagey. Two teams, one team sitting, the other team not being able to unlock that team, Leicester.
Okay.
0-0.
I can certainly see Leicester scoring. I can see Vardy getting a goal, exploiting our slow defence.
Will really struggle.
If it's Wimmer and Shawcross on Vardy, if he can detach himself from Zuma, who we might put on him, then I think we're in for a little bit of trouble. I think Vardy will definitely score in this game, but hopefully we will get one or two as well. So I'm going to go for a 1-1.
Okay.
I'm going to go for a 1-1 as well. I'm going to say Shaq with our goal.
Yeah.
just to mix it up.
Yeah,
that has been the Bear Pit Pod. One sort of note to end on, because I know that people have messaged the page asking for these, and they are coming. So Christmas jumpers.
Oh yeah, you showed me some previews the other day.
I showed you some previews. Not going to give too much away,
looking good there.
3 different designs of Christmas jumpers are coming en route. I'm not going to give away what they are, but they're cracking. You've seen one.
Was that a pun? Christmas jumper cracking?
No, it wasn't a pun.
Take it anyway.
You can take it. But you've seen them. You've seen 2.
Yeah, they're smart.
2 of the designs.
One has particularly taken my fancy. Yeah,
you'll be having that, will you?
Yeah. Do you know which one I'm on about?
No.
The first one you showed me.
Yeah. I know what you mean.
No one's listening to this, are they?
No, they will be coming soon, so do keep an eye out. I'm just waiting for the first samples.
Waiting for me to finish making them.
Waiting for Craig in the sweatshop to finish making them.
Yeah.
But that has been the Bear Pit Pod. Like I said earlier, go leave us a like, comment, SoundCloud, Acast, YouTube, wherever you're watching or listening. We will be back next week, and hopefully it is after a Leicester defeat.
Leicester
wrong.
defeat.
A Leicester defeat. Fucking hell. Right, that's been the Bear Pit Pod. See you later.